It is a shame that some of you MPs, I don't know your names. Not because I don't want to know you, but because I have kept a proper safe distance to be able to see all of you from an unaffected or uncompromised mind. Some of you approached me before the elections reached, wanted some projects, but I desisted from doing that because I wanted you to make your way to where you work without assistance or without any kind of manipulation. You are starting shining on your own. You're shining on your own. But when you start shining, the First Lady needs to know you.
Yes.
If the First Lady doesn't know you, who will talk to the President for you? Some truths are too plain. I could have used very many English words to play around and mean the same thing, but it doesn't matter how I say it. I may say it jokingly, but you guys, like seriously, how can I not have served you a cup of tea in our house? By now. Yet I serve some of you almost every week. And those of you who I see know the good that is in seeing. I am not saying that there is anything very special in there, but it is a way of connecting with each other and knowing each other and trying to assist each other. Ewa. Nogamba yange sikwe bamufunira. Tobola bamulina okumanya kiba kitya. But what I am saying is, it is unfair for our small number of MPs not to have the best platform which they could have gotten so easily. You're not a big number. So I'll challenge you. You are stars. I want you to remember that. And I'm talking from the what? That's what I am saying. I am saying that you are not utilizing the available platforms to maximize your shining. But you're doing a good job. That's what I want you to remember first. As the voters have so many expectations. You saw Honorable Narima. You saw how the energy she came with. Let's ask the voters. In Luke 12:48, the Bible says that to whom much is given, much is required. And actually, in the real sense, I want to buy my own video too. So you are held responsible for what we have given you. Okay? And what you have, which is so much in our own eyes, must benefit us as the whose. If you are in parliament or in your position of leadership and you are not serving your people, and the word you're saying contradicts what your people are saying, the people are saying, and what you're doing does not reflect what the people chose you for, people are gauging you from what you are doing. Somebody said we hear a mobile. We are not going by hearsay. We are watching you. Just like our president normally says, I must assure you we are not disappointed by anything you're doing. It is a great job you're doing, and you're doing really well. But maximize your shine. You can do much better. We are just a few months into our first year in Parliament, right? To whom much is given, much is what? Always that title is a huge thing. And as the viewers really expect you to move mountains for us. So guys, at least move a hill.
Yes. Yes, you remember what the other one says. If you can't run, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, roll. But at least keep on moving. That is good. The other Martin Luther Junior. So don't just continue whatever.
Yes.
Thank you, Mama.
No retreat, no surrender.
And you know there is no turning back.
Absolutely.
Where you are there for 5 years. You're not even done with 1 year. So you still have time to sit, get yourself a vision, get yourself a target. It can be a 1 year plan, it can be a 2 year plan, it can be a 5 year plan, but make sure you're achieving something with every little step you take. You are a target. You are a target of the regime. They will coerce you. They will intimidate you. They will deny you deliberation in Parliament. They will buy your friends. And when it all fails, they will come for you and tell you why. Now, we know that in life we fail. As human beings, that should not deter you from going ahead to what you're meant to do. Remember, as the viewers are watching you, the stars, and explaining and expecting you to shine brighter every time we see you.
Yes.
I have had some MPs on radio stations, especially the MPs from the local areas. If that's a platform where you should shine, please go ahead and shine there, because you know you're speaking mainly to your constituents. But the world is growing very fast. Even the person who grazes cows might have a smartphone.
Yes, they do.
Most of them have those smartphones for other reasons, for mobile money and to have a better phone. We know we have very many social media users. Although this tax reduced the numbers, but we know that people are still on social media. And I look for some of the platforms and don't find you. Where are you? A honorable member of Parliament, and you do not have a Facebook account or a Twitter account? I won't say Instagram, that's all. Okay, maybe also Instagram. But how can you not have a social media platform? I look for you on your WhatsApp and don't find you. A whole MP. And you cannot be on your WhatsApp. That's a big shame. I know you have other medias, you have other forms of communicating to your constituents, but you need to be seen shining all over. And you have that capability. How much does it cost you to get someone to run you a social media account? Nobody runs mine. I run my social media accounts myself. But because I'm not an MP. But I would expect you to have a PA that sends out shows us the good things you're doing out there, so we can see and enjoy. Some of us are not going to add much, but we want to enjoy and see what you're doing there. We want to like and retweet and comment. Please, that's something you should all work on. When we leave this place, go and work on a social media platform. If you can't do it on your own, we have an office that does IT at NUP. They will help you. But you need that platform. Do we all know the story of Zacchaeus in the Bible? It is in Luke 19, 1 to 10. Zacchaeus climbed the tree. Not because he wanted to see Jesus, but because he wanted Jesus to see him. And when Jesus saw him, Jesus chose to stay at his house for the night. Thank you. He earned more than what he wanted. He just wanted to see. He wanted Jesus to see him. But he ended up taking with him Jesus to the house to spend the night, not for hours. Stand
out of the brush.
Because I began with saying that you are stars. Each star is beautiful. There is a star called Castor. There is a star called Orion. There is a star called Sirius. There is the sun. It is also a star. We know you are individual stars, but we need you to shine out. Use the available platform. Yes. I know my time is almost done. But yeah, I think I didn't leave anything out. I know my time is almost done, but I want to encourage us to first know that we are doing the best that we are doing. And that we are in these positions, there are hours for how long? Yes. When you die, will they say she was once in life? Not even like a small little memory of you, something that stays on this earth, or a beneficiary that will say that honorable did ABCD. We know your duty is in Parliament to make laws for the good of everybody. But not even a memory of so and so stood in Parliament and said such and such a thing in defense of all women of Uganda. You women, we expect you to speak for us. And to have that special love for women, because we are still the marginalized gender. Yet we are the majority. Find something to be remembered for. Something that is good, something that we will say, yeah. By the time she finished serving her term, this leader impacted us this way. Mama talked about, Mama talked about ambition and vision. There's something I read, I'm just topping up on what she said. There's something I read, I have it in my phone. I will read it for you. You need to know what you stand for, you need to know yourself. And you need to have a vision that by the time you finish serving, what will you be known for? What will you have achieved? And I know all of us have ambitions. By the time you sit in that office, you want to achieve A, B, C, D, E. But then there is a point you reach and you're failing. And you say, why am I failing? And you can't put a finger at what is actually failing you. This is why we fail. The thing I read, the thing I found was really, they have the ambition to succeed. And they show aptitude for their job. Yet they do not move forward. Why? Because they think they can master their job and do not need to master themselves. What a mistake. You think you know your job very well? You cannot even ask your other members of parliament for assistance in what you do. You think you know your job very well, but you haven't realized your weak points. Please look out for the weak points in everything that you do and try to rectify those. I want to applaud Honorable Brenda for the work she's doing with the other MPs in Norway. I have not seen such solidarity like I have seen in Norway. That's why I'm still doing work in Norway. The place is infectious. The people give you energy to be there and work with them. They work as a team. And they give it time. I would encourage us to learn that. I know we have differences as human beings, but try to put leadership above personal interests. I want to conclude with still thanking you for the work you're doing. As the observers, appreciate the work that you do, And me, the chief watcher, I'll be watching more and looking out for what you're doing. And I would like to invite you, when we can, please see if there is something I can assist you with. When we can. Thank you very much. Thank you, Flavia. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Madam First Lady. Mchala Kyagulanyi Omuwat. I think those were really powerful words. And they have given us plenty of reflection. They have challenged us, I think, out of our comfort zones. They move us. This lady, when you listen to her speak, you just want to give her all the time. But unfortunately, we do not have the time. But Barbie, I really want to appreciate you, your support for the Women League, and your time. You know, when I approached her about coming to talk to us, she was extremely willing. She just came back, but she said, for those ones, I will create the time. I have to be there to talk to them. So we really appreciate you, and we learn from you. And yes, Madam Chief Observer, as you're observing, we are also watching and observing and learning. And but I think it's important that we know the corridors of power and how to navigate them. We are MPs. There shouldn't be an excuse of, I don't know how to think. I don't know how to get to the First Lady, because her door is always open. For numbers, you may not get her, but you know where she stays. And surely when you go and say, I'm the MP of this place, or in such places when you get to her, you can find a way of getting to her for a private conversation that will be beneficial to both you, but also your constituents. Something she said that really stood out, and in my own way, I summarize it as startup. Startup. Wafa akomawo muchi, but it's true. And I think that's what we need to be as MPs, as speakers, as as councillors, as even the deputy presidents of the Women League. We already start, and even when people are hitting you from all sides, left, right, and center, and when you hit the bottom and say this is the lowest, you have to find a way of digging yourself out of that hole and getting back into the sky. That is the most important thing. Thank you so much.
Just one small thing, I'm sorry.
And she talked about you in your absence. She really praised you.
You see, I tell you, I will account to God that even you see who knows that well as that. No, the resilience she has is not connected. Very good. Oh, you said that? Praise the Lord. What I want to say, what I forgot here, I sat here and waited. I love being here and seeing what you become. Because I'm sure today, even after winning, I don't think you people will go back the way you came. If you did, then I don't know. One thing I forgot to tell you was, we are on influence. Yeah. Influence. Because you are influenced, it determines the legacy.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask you, since 1986, when NRI came in here, women started coming into the political arena.
Yes.
And women were with me all along. I was 20 years in parliament. In fact, 17, but 20 in the whole political. How many of the women that I was with in parliament all these years, up to 2006, whom you know, where are they? Do you hear about them? And yet, they were there. Do you ask that question? So I wanted to leave it with you. How come that for me they call me? Whether it is the NUP, evidence. Whether it is the Alliance, whether it is the DP, FDC, NRM also at times they call me on that TV to go and talk, Minister of Gender, what, they call me because of a vision. A vision no position of leadership, but a position of influence.
That's a fact. The next speaker that we have, an eminent woman that broke the glass ceiling and did not just break it, she actually shattered it and went through it. The only female leader of opposition at this, the fact, because the one that came also was female, the fact she opened the doors, battered them, went through them, jumped through them, and is here with us to inspire but also to share experiences on Parliament, life being there, how do you become outstanding out of 529 members of Parliament, how do you deal with the fears, how do you work even with these guys, because the field we are in is predominantly male, how do you break through and how do you become the force to reckon with. I will welcome my sister, my friend, my mentor, the Honorable Winnie Kiza, former woman member of Parliament at the
Be your sister's keeper.
Yes.
I don't want to run away from the theme. Good afternoon, my dear sisters. I would like to take this moment to thank Flavia for putting this conference together and for enabling me to be part of it as we work towards being each other's keeper. I want to thank Mama Miriam Matembe, Doctor, my dear lady, First Lady, Barbie Kyagulanyi. I want to thank Perry Aritua from the Women Democracy Network for being available in today's mentorship training get-together. And I want to take this singular honor to congratulate all of you great ladies for going through the hassle and getting to those spaces where you are. Congratulations. I know many would have loved to be in the spaces where you are, but because of the many challenges that you have talked about, they weren't able. And sincerely, you are outstanding. It doesn't matter which political party you belong to. Some of us, the political party is the women.
Yes.
Our political party is the women. I come from the Alliance for National Transformation. But a woman to me is a woman. The challenges the women in NUP are facing are the same challenges the women in the ANC are facing, are the same challenges the women in the Democratic Party are facing, are the same challenges the women in the FDC are facing, the same challenges the ones in the ruling government are facing. And then this calls us to be each other's keepers. And I'm so excited about the theme of the conference. We are here to be each other's keeper. When you hear a member speak to you, say, Tuvaraba, in all these platforms, we are watching. Why do they watch? They are watching not that they want to fault you, they are watching because they want to see you get better for the good of the other women behind you. When Dr. Matembe gets from her comfort zone and uses her motor mouth that the Almighty God gave her, it's for the good of the other women who will come and have come after her. Dr. Matembe, I want to give you credit. I am here because I got inspired by you. As I was growing up as a young girl, there are women who inspired me. Dr. Matembe, Cecilia Ogwal, Winnie Byanyima, those were women who would rise up to speak, and I said, I just wish I can get an opportunity to speak like that woman. Mama, thank you for mentoring many of us, and you are not about to stop mentoring.
You continue to mentor. You will even mentor when you are even underground. Because your fruits will continue carrying on the mantle, and we promise you, we shall never let you down. You will continue mentoring the generations because you have even put it on paper. You have written, which many of us don't do. When it comes to speaking to sisters, sometimes I can speak and speak until the house comes home. I was requested to share with you the experience of balancing between work, constituency, and family. I've been in politics since 1998, and thanks to the myriads who were into the Constituent Assembly and decided that women should participate in leadership, I want to thank you. If you hadn't made that provision in the Constitution that talked about the Ahad, many of these ladies, including myself, possibly we wouldn't be holding this platform. So I started my journey as a counselor. Dr. Matembe has in the series where she was appearing on TV, documented that story. I started my journey as a counselor, district counselor. So to you, the district councillors who are here, including the city ones, I salute you. That's where my journey started. Worked as a counselor for 8 years. Then I moved